Welcome into A Toast of Film. I'm one of your hosts, Ebo, and guys, I'm on vacation this week, so I thought I'd come in do a nice little bonus pod. On Monday, I went and saw September 5th, which was the AMC Screen Unseen. Then Wednesday, I went to Old Auburn to see Getaway. Excited to talk about that. Then, of course, we have Mr. Snail's Pick of the Week. And guys, I'm on vacation. It's early, so I just got a nice full throttle, just getting a little start to my day. But we have a lot of good stuff coming for you because this week, War of the Rohirrim and Craven, old Craven the Hunter, both came out in theaters. So me and Trey are going to go check those out. And I also have a animal bonus pod. Very excited about that. Some stuff that was hard for your boy to get through on there. Then next week we got Sonic and Mufasa coming out. We'll see how those are. I love the Sonic movies. And then after that, it's time for Nosferatu. But like I said, today we'll be talking about September 5th, Getaway, and Mr. Snail's Pick of the Week, which was 2012's Silent Night. So let's go ahead and get into things. Let me get one more little swig ski. All right, so September 5th, this is from director Tim Philbaum, and it is about the Munich massacre at the 1972 Olympics in Munich, Germany. 17 lives were lost, including 6 Israeli coaches, 5 Israeli athletes, a West Germany police officer, and 5 members of this terrorist organization, Black September. This, for someone like me, I haven't heard of this, and I, as y'all know, I'm a big film guy. So for somebody like me, seeing them in the control room, working everything, I thought that was pretty cool. I really liked the lead, John Magaro, who plays Joffrey Mason. I thought he did a very good job where, he understands that this is terrible, but at the same time, he understands, hey, if I get this broadcast right, if I get the views that we're expecting right, then this could turn out to be extremely good for me in my career. And then like this whole thing of at what cost. I also, Leonie Benish plays Marianne Gebhardt, and I liked her in this movie, The Teacher's Lounge. I wasn't the biggest fan of The Teacher's Lounge, but I did enjoy her in it. Thought her acting was good, and I also thought in here. And I was looking up because I forgot for my notes. Benjamin Walker, he's in Lord of the Rings, the TV show, as like the head elf. He's in The Choice. I think he's a fantastic actor. And in this as Peter Jennings, where he's this like journalist, guy, just so good. This movie, the drama is very good. It's one of those things where you feel the tension, but you're kind of removed from the tension because you're focused on being in the control room with these people who are, recording it, reporting it, all this kind of stuff. But I still think it was a very good film. I think it's one you need to check out. I don't know if you necessarily need to go theater, but it's very good. And I think you should check it out. I would give it like a 3.6, 3.7 out of 5 cheers. I enjoyed it and hope you do too. So next up we have Getaway. This is from director Stephen Hires. And it has our boy, from Shaun of the Dead, the Cornetto trilogy, all that, Nick Frost as Richard. And Nick Frost actually wrote this movie as well. He's been on this kind of kick with these like zany horror movies. He was in Crazy House, Black Cab. We also have Aisling B as Susan, Maisie Ayres as Jesse, and Sebastian Croft as Sam. And it's this family. They're going on a holiday, a vacation, if you will, to a remote island during the celebration of this island's cannibalism, essentially. So this movie, 5 minutes in, you know what the twist is, which was kind of a bummer to me. It was very blatant. However, I had a lot of fun with this movie. It's very silly. It's very over top. It's horror comedy, but very light on horror, very heavy on like zany comedy would be a better way. Nick Frost was very funny in this movie. You know, at him and Eileen B, who play, the mom and dad, they call each other mommy, daddy. That's how they refer to each other. And Eileen B is hilarious in this movie. She was such a bright spot in this movie. She was just funny, and she would do all these different like things with her face, like she's just funny in this movie. I also really liked Maisie Ayres, who's the daughter Jessie. I thought she was really good. Sebastian Croft as Sam's definitely the weakest of our four leads in this family. And the villagers are just, goofy stuff. Overall, it's one of these movies where I was hoping for a little more, but I got enough where I still enjoy it. I think this movie is going to be one, get the squad together, crack open some brewskis, turn out all the lights, get some popcorn or snacks. You'll have a great time. I would give this like a 3.3, something like that. It's better than an average film, but it's not one where I'm like, oh man, you gotta see it. But Nick Frost, Eileen B, and Maisie Ayres did do very good jobs. All right, before we get into Mr. Snail's pick of the week and in this episode, let me talk real quick about Dear Santa. So this is from director Bob Farrelly, and it's got Jack Black as Santa or Satan, I should say, because this little boy writes a letter to Santa, but he's dyslexic. I'm dyslexic. I know the pain. And so he writes it to Satan. Jack Black shows up. Hijinks ensue. So the thing about this movie, it's getting a lot of controversy because it's like, oh, you can't have Satan in a children's film. Like, go on somewhere. It's a movie. Let's chillax a little bit. I will say my issue with the movie is when Jack Black's on screen, the movie's tolerable because I thought Jack Black was very funny. But the kid actors, the family, everything is written so poorly, acted so poorly. It's not worth watching, guys. I hate to tell y'all. Jack Black, if we could do like a compilation of his scenes, because I did think he had some funniness to it. He looked cool, with the horns and everything. But overall, Dear Santa, it's a waste of time for everybody. So just don't check it out. But what you do need to check out is we're talking about Mr. Snail's Pick of the Week, which was 2012's Silent Night. Movie I am a big fan of. It's in my yearly Christmas rotation list. So this one, it's from Stephen C. Miller, who we just talked about, who did Werewolves that released last week. And we got Rick Skeen as this killer Santa. He's out for revenge, to avenge someone. And Malcolm McDowell, legend, G himself, is Sheriff Cooper. And Jamie King is Aubrey. But yeah, so this killer Santa, he's out on revenge. The outfit is super cool. It's like almost like a little purge mask that he cuts the bottom half and puts a fake beard with these like just black eyes. Very cool. The kills are very creative. He's out, to punish all the naughty. This little girl who's just a horrible little girl. She's so mean to her mother, who's just a sweet lady who's trying. One of the, best kid deaths, just because you're like, God, this kid's terrible. And then Santa shows up. You're like, okay, we're doing something. This movie it's just a fun, it's dark, it's grimy, but it's just a fun, killer Santa movie, if that is your thing. So make sure, check it out. This is 2012 Silent Night. I give it a 4 out of 5 cheers. But we have one more Christmas pick. That's right. One more Christmas pick, boys and girls. So We got Mr. Snail's dice ready. He was so nice to lend to us. And our picks this week: The Santa Claus, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, Babes in Toyland, a double feature, which means we make 2 picks. Christmas in the Smokies, Doctor Who, Snowman, Annabelle's Wish, Sweethearts, Pete's Christmas, Night of Missing, A Creature Was Stirring, Silent Night, Deadly Night double feature, but it has to be the sequels. Krampus the Return, There's Something in the Barn, Doctor Who Last Christmas, A Naughty and Nice double feature, fingers crossed for that one, Nutcrackers, Black Christmas, Black Xmas, and Ebo's Choice. We get a nat 20. It's my choice. So, we got the dice. What is that? A 7. Annabelle's Wish. So, I added in like a lot of horror movies, a lot of favorites, but I added in a couple that I remember from my childhood, like Babes in Toyland and this movie, Annabelle's Wish, which I have not watched since, I was a youth, since I was a child. But basically, it's about this little cow, and she wants more than anything to be a reindeer. And so that is Annabelle's Wish. She wants to be a reindeer. So this movie, I'm trying to see if it's streaming anywhere. It's available on YouTube, so you can watch it for free on YouTube. It's 54 minutes. I mean, come on, people. That's all the time in the world. So, watch with us. Annabelle's Wish. Cute little cow. I don't know. Oh, probably won't be able to see that. But just sure, it's a cute little cow, and she wants to be one of Santa's reindeer. So, stay tuned. But if you want to let us know what you think about any of these films, or what are your expectations? Like I said, Craven, Mufasa, War of the Rohirrim, Sonic 3, Nosferatu. We have so many movies coming out, and you can follow along. But let me tell you the best ways. Check us out on Instagram and TikTok, Toast to Film, all one word. Check us out on Twitter at film_toast, or watch us on YouTube. Got my, UGA Santa hat on because we do it for the dogs. Hopefully your future national champions this year. 12-team playoffs starting soon. But from Trey and myself, we just wish you a good night. Good viewing.